Welcome to King Vile's Corner, where we listen to his boring-ass stories. Here's the old bastard now.
Alright, so today I'm doing something just a little bit different today. I want to go ahead and make a video and talk to you guys pretty much about the channel, kind of the direction I want to take with it, some of the things I want to do right now, and also just to kind of bring you guys up to date with what's actually happening with Bad Company, with the tribe, what has happened, and also be explaining some of the content on my channel currently. Like, so I know for myself, some of these videos seem very sporadic. I mean, I love to make the content. I just generally like being creative with some of the footage, just fucking around and making shit silly sometimes. And one of the things that I do want to say is that this channel does have a direction. I know it may not look like it, but one of the things that I want to take this channel towards is I want to basically start to showcase more of the tribe's journey, Bad Company. As you guys know, with any tribe that's lasted around for quite a few years, there's always going to be, drama. There's always going to be fights. There's always going to be problems. Tribes splitting up, tribes getting together, tribes fighting each other. I mean, all sorts of stuff. And so to be able to showcase and kind of take you guys along that journey is kind of like my idea with the channel right here. So I want to go ahead and basically speak on a couple things to kind of get everybody up to date with what's actually happening. Because a lot of times you'll hop in Discord and you'll hear this or that or that or this, and people are just basically just talking shit out their ass. It has nothing relevant at all with what actually happened or occurred, and then people just get the wrong idea. So to kind of recap some of the stuff on the last video I just made, Bad Company versus Mr. Deadly, that video basically is almost kind of what started the whole war, I guess the fight that evolved into Carno base getting wiped on island. So basically at that raid, we ended up going to raid Mr. Deadly. I don't remember off the top of my head what exactly started that whole thing off. I do remember Pink's the one that started the initial raid and went over there. I showed up and started helping about probably halfway through the raid, and then I wasn't able to make it there for the end. I know Pink and them, I think Pink and I don't remember if it was Drogo or who else. I know it was me and Drogo and Pink for the majority of the middle part of the raid. Like I said, I wasn't there at the end of the raid. I had crashed out. I don't know what fucking time it was, but I got tired. And so I know Pink ended up finishing it. I don't remember who's with her, but we ended up finishing that raid. We ended up wiping his base at a lava gold. So after that, that's basically what stirred up the whole thing that made Mr. Deadly basically bring Puma and I don't know, there's a bunch of other people. I honestly can't remember the names off the top of my head. I think there was some guys from Vendetta maybe, or Sinister, possibly D3, I don't recall, but they all pulled up. That's how Carno ended up actually getting wiped, was due to that. And now at that time, if you kind of were in the Discord at that time, you would know that I wasn't really in Bad Company at that time. When that whole thing happened at Carno, it wasn't at Carno actually. It was at the beginning of Wipe that I had gotten kicked from the tribe, and that was all because at the beginning I was inactive. I had a lot of shit going on IRL. I didn't have a chance to get on, and I wasn't able to. And there were some new players in the tribe that were just fucking all about, let's kick this motherfucker, fuck him, you know how it gets. And then so that whole thing happened. I didn't have the energy to deal with that at the time. I just wanted to get on and play ARK, and it seemed like every time I was popping on, everybody was just talking shit. So I was like, nah, fuck all this. I'm not gonna deal with it. So that ended up happening. I ended up leaving the tribe. I ended up just basically just fucking around the server. Anytime I would see that Bad Company was pulling up on somebody, I would go and pull up on them, third party their raids. A couple times I managed to actually fuck up their raids and not let them finish their raids. Unfortunately, I don't think I got a lot of that content, but I had those raids, did those a couple times. I was just trying to troll them wherever the fuck I could. And then after that, that's when I heard that Mr. Deadly and all these other people were going to pull up on Carno. So that's when I was like, all right, you know what, forget it then. If I can get in this fight, I'm going to get in there, fuck the beef. And luckily I was allowed back in. I came in there and I helped them defend the base as best as I could at Carno. That shit was crazy. Unfortunately, we lost that shit. Deadly and everybody else came with full force and fucking wiped that. That was some great PvP though. Honestly, that was a really good fight. During the fight, I don't recall there being any aimbot, none of that shit going on. It was pretty legit PvP. It was really good. So So right after we ended up finishing the fight and ended up finding them and all that, immediately, obviously, there was like some people like Bad B and I forget who else, a couple others. I think Johnny, or I don't remember if it was Johnny or who it was, but one of the other guys also. There was accusations, people saying, "Oh, King was going around turning off the gens and fucking that's how come they were able to wipe the inside so fast," and which is totally not true. I got some videos, footage that I'm going through right now and editing that up here in a bit. Where I show you basically where I was at during that raid. And so anyways, that happened. So immediately after, I was kicked from the Discord. I was kicked out of the tribe. Like, fuck you, you know. So that was done. I was still super chill with like Pink and you know, a few of the other players in the tribe and everybody else. And so, you know, that was that. I basically got off and I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm out. Play for a while, do some other shit here. So I was kind of working on some other stuff, and then later on, that's when Pink ended up messaging me, hit me up, and she was like, "Hey, would you be down to play?" You know, we got a few people that would be cool with you coming back. So I ended up coming back to the tribe. I ended up joining back in. As soon as I joined back, I remember there was quite a few people from loading that still didn't like the fact that I was coming back and were kind of like bitching, complaining about it. They ended up leaving, and then, or like a few of them were still there. But then after that, I was there with them. The first like week or so being back, first thing I did, I found out Puma had been basically fucking trolling our base on button and shit. So I went over to his spot, ended up finding where his base was, ended up fobbing him for a few days. We ended up wiping it. There was quite a few people that contributed and helped with the raid. So after we went over and wiped Puma's base, basically there started to be a lot of fights and arguments, because during that whole raid and everything, we had, so Rainy was leader of loading or whatever, or is still. And so when we were there, we were basically trying to ask him, like, you know, treat it as such, respectfully, like, all right, if you're leader of the tribe, then, you know, we're gonna come to you and be like, hey, we're looking to do this raid, what do you think, yada yada. He would basically just fucking ignore us, or would not acknowledge the raid or whatever. And then, you know, a few of us, which were either in the voice chat or in Discord talking about it, we'd be like, all right, let's go over there and get this shit going, maybe he'll jump in later. And we would do that. We'd go over there, and basically he would end up being just messaging us back like, oh, well, I never said I was gonna go, you know, fuck you guys, I'm busy over here. And he'd be off raiding on some other map, you know, hitting D3 or some shit, and we're trying to raid Puma, and then we ended up getting pulled up by D3, and then we had to go and defend the fucking base because he had to get off. It's just a bunch of bullshit like that we just got tired of dealing with him. So me, myself, Bowman Chill, and GM, we ended up all just leaving and going over to join Bangkok Stallions. Now, after joining them, we were then with them for a little bit. Well, I was there with them for a little bit. That didn't last very long. All right, so basically what happened here with Mad Fairy's tribe, Bangkok Stallions, was that after I joined with them, I joined up and I started helping out. Like, we immediately needed a new base spot. I knew the perfect place. I said, let's go take Viking Bay on Mega. I figured we were gonna have more than 10, you know, because they already had a good sized tribe, because we were merging in a lot more players. So I figured, all right, you know what, we need a big base. Let's go over there. We set up this place. It's literally, it's one of the base. It's literally like one of the best spots for you to build up on BBX. Honestly, whether if you're a fucking 3-man or a 10-man, whatever it is, it's a really good spot. It's OP base, OP cave. The way you can set it up is extremely difficult to fucking raid. Like, you would literally need multiple people. You're gonna need all the buffs, man. You're gonna need Mammoth buff. You're gonna need Mammoth buff. You're gonna need a Beauty buff. You're gonna need the freaking Shadow buff. You're gonna need all that, you know, and plus you're gonna need beer, good flag. Like, you're gonna need the whole 9 to really raid that cave, and be extremely persistent. So those are some of the things that I was like, all right, you know, this is what I'm bringing to the table. These are spots, this and this and that. And so we all got to it. We started building up the base. We started building a Viking Bay, and of course, like typical, you know, shit that I do all the time. You know, I pop into the you know, BBX Discord. I'm in there chatting shit, talking shit, yada yada yada. So we're in there basically talking shit. I'm talking shit to RNG, to fucking Rainy, to Snowy, and as I'm talking crap to all these guys, they start crying to Mad Freddy. They start to, you know, ping him at him. Oh, you know, come get your man, come get your boy, da da da, this, you know, just basically crying about the shit that I'm saying to them. And so the Mad Freddy is like, you know, has to go off and flex. Hey man, you need to stop talking shit. Like, we don't want you bringing drama. Well, loading ends up pulling up, right? So they pull up, kind of unfortunately at the time that I was off working. So I wasn't able to help on like the first fucking 3 hours. But legitly, I finally get home. I rush home, hop online, and I push these guys off. No lie, in like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes max. I push them off. they're done. Yeah, we wipe their fob, we take them out, it's over with. And so I proved, like, all right, I'm gonna talk shit, but I'm also gonna be here to help and defend and back it up. That still wasn't enough for Matt Ferry. Next day, I'm in fucking Discord again because people are talking shit. It's regularly what we do. It's part of ARK. It's part of BBX Discord. It's what the fucking chat's there for. It's a fucking game of PvP. Like, clearly we're gonna talk shit. Like, it's gonna happen, bro. If you don't expect that to happen, then you're playing the wrong fucking game. You might as well go play some PvE or do some other shit. Like, honestly. He ends up warning me that one time. Like, if you end up talking shit, ring drum, yada yada. Next morning, I'm chatting shit, I'm talking shit, I'm telling D3 to fucking pull up, because I'm not worried about it. They just got fucking banned for duping or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. Hearsay shit, right? But, so I tell him, pull up, I'm talking shit. And next thing you know, I get hit up by Pink, and she's like, yo, did you get kicked from the tribe? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's all, did you see what they said in Discord? So I go over and I look in the Bad Company Discord, and I'm seeing what's being said here between Matt Ferry and Snowy. And I had no idea at this point. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are they talking about? Like, now that King's gone, I'm like, I'm right here. I don't know what they're talking about. But I look over and I see in my Discord tab that I'm no longer in the Bangkok Stallion Discord. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, these guys kicked me. Solid, man. If that's how you're gonna do me after all the help and after all I did, this kid's gonna freaking hit you up and be like, kick him because he's talking shit to me on Discord, and you're just gonna get pressed because you don't want to get pulled up on a game of PvP. So you're gonna kick like one of your best members. Like, I get it. Like, that's your thing. So dude ends up kicking me. So yeah, I got a little heated or whatever about it. So I end up pulling up on him. I end up basically, just trolling their base. I was trying to raid it on the outside. I was trying to take the rear fob out, but I'm outnumbered. It was at one point it was like 3v1, another point it was like 5v1. But nonetheless, like, I was holding my own. As everybody knows, ARK is still a numbers game. So it doesn't matter, how long you can hold your own on a base or defend a fob, or how you can still keep pushing. If you're outnumbered, you're outnumbered. You're gonna lose eventually, or you're gonna have to get off, and they're gonna wipe your fob, etc., etc., etc. So, nonetheless, I still had a lot of fun. Had a good time trolling them. At one point, they even had to call in some allies just to come help with one guy. But it's what it is. So at this point now, just to bring everybody up to speed, that's basically where we're at. So currently, I was solo for a second. I got a few Bad Company members that actually want to still play, that are still coming back in. So we're currently working on getting Bad Company back up and running. We're also looking to hopefully recruit some new players here off of BBX. Hopefully either during this wipe or the next wipe. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We're waiting for the new ARK Descended. Honestly, who the fuck knows when that's going to happen. I don't know if anybody keeps up with that stuff too, but from what I heard, it might not be happening for console anytime soon. We'll see. But for now, that's kind of, like I said, the direction that we want to go with the channel. So hopefully we can keep building the tribe. Hopefully I can still keep showing you guys gameplay. I'll try to eventually maybe add a little bit of these more in between here and there to kind of explain maybe what the video content or what the context of the videos is, or what the direction we're heading, like I said. So we'll see. But either way, this is the content that we'll keep doing, and I'll keep trying to create and make. So we'll see where this takes us. See you online.
I like to party.